When passengers are trapped in a bus that has been collided with another bus, the police arrive with nothing. They'll be asking you for fuel to go and carry metal coffins to pick the dead bodies. And before you do that, they search the dead bodies to take the money of dead people and put into their pockets, use it to pay school fees for their children and buy pizza for their beautiful wives. A cursed nation. This is DJ Ollah. Of course, he could only do what he could. He did a wonderful job on that particular day. We must commend him for that. He was saying, if you are watching us and you have a crane,
Rush. Please help us.
Brethren, what are the chances that there's someone with a crane in his house? Pastor, what are the chances?
Zero.
Even on your richest day, in your list of fleet of vehicles, what are the chances that you buy a crane?
He was just appealing to the government.
Maybe you've got a company,
Brother Jared, can I be quiet? Some in a crane Now, believers, look at me. Sometimes we have to laugh even though it's painful. Now, the reason why I'm laughing, I want you to see that our nation has been ransacked to such an extent that people are willing to speak with confidence and passion, even when they are speaking recklessly. We commend DJ Ollah for begging for a crane from the people of Zimbabwe. But I personally condemn such kind of journalism. DJ Ollah is an educated man, even though we have reservations in terms of his journalistic ethics. But how does a journalist beg for a crane from private citizens and finish his interview or his speech without mentioning the mayor of the city of Chiwenga, the mayor of the city of Harare, the governor for Harare province, the minister of public works, the minister of local government, the minister of health, the vice president, and the president? I don't know if maybe you are blind or your mind doesn't work. It froze so many ZANU PF years ago. But to me, this is not just provocative, it's infuriating. That even the people, journalists are a very important function in a democratic state. They play a very important role. Number one, they are required to inform the public of matters of life importance and governance issues. They are also required to ask important questions and hold the state accountable to the people that voted for them. If this is a version of a journalist that you aspire to be, then you are a very, very useless person. Imagine, brethren, charity, imagine you meet a police officer and he starts to say, if you catch a criminal, please tell me. I also have some criminals that I'm looking for. If you can help me with any police work, if you can arrest him for me, only when he is in handcuffs, call me. These are the list of criminals I'm looking for, but they are dangerous. But if you find them, please arrest them and then call me. Can you say that person is a police officer?
No, he's not.
I don't know, believers, and I'm not seeking or starting a war with DJ Ollah. He did his best, but unfortunately, it wasn't meeting the standard of professional journalism. It wasn't good enough. DJ Ollah should have said, I have called the office of the mayor of Chitungwiza and I have demanded that either they bring a crane or they hire a crane pronto from construction companies that hire out earth-moving equipment. He abandons the state whose constitutional responsibilities involve the public safety of its people. He starts to look back from the state. He faces the nation, the poor people of Zimbabwe. If you happen to have a crane now, please, we beg. Do you have a crane? Madam, do you have a crane at home? Wale, do you have a crane there? This is pathetic journalism. Don't tell me that he was afraid of victimization. I'm not the one who chose him the career of journalism. Am I the one?
No.
So why should that be a problem to me? I am a preacher. I know that among the things I must preach about, I must preach to those that are in power, that they should not harm the people of God in their exercise of public power. I've suffered enough challenges, persecutions, tribulations, and attacks, but I still do it anyway because that's the nature of my job. You claim you are a journalist, and now you are telling us that you can't do journalism because of fear of political persecution. Then why are you a journalist? We didn't give you this profession. It's your choice. You chose to be a journalist. Do the work of a journalist. Hold the powerful to the truth. Truth to power. What about power to the truth? So until this interview was done and until it finished, the president was never called to explain. As we speak now, we haven't heard anyone saying the government, the president must issue a statement. He must explain. Why do we not have emergency services equipment in our major cities? What DJ Ollah just said there is proof that when you are a cursed nation, you normalize the abnormal. This interview of DJ Ollah or the report from DJ Ollah should have had the nation of Zimbabwe in an endless conversation challenging him to do professional journalism. Where are you begging for donations of cranes from individuals? Where are our taxes going? We are not asking for the city of Chitungwiza to donate money from their private bank accounts. That's what our taxes must be doing or used for. We pay taxes for you to provide the social services. Where is the money? Instead of asking these questions, you say, sure, crane inovhunzwa kunge masamba. Kutsvaga crane kunge muri kutsvaga masamba etanganda. I want you to see another evidence of a cursed nation. A few clips there, let's watch them. All right. I saw a lot of comments on public platforms. People saying, Apostle Chiwenga, where is he? He must comment on the donations that Mr. Muparinga received from Mr. Chivayo. Now, I want to say, first of all, that I understand the euphoria that Muparinga has. I think you could see that when he arrived to collect the car, he couldn't compose himself. He was too fast. He was rushing and he prayed and he went straight into the car and they started explaining to him about the functions of the car. When he was already on the seat, he wanted to go. From a man who grew up from places like Shamva, Domboshawa, never attended proper schooling and never had exposure and mesmerized by his rising to social media prominence because of his comedy that he does in the name of Bible and scriptures and Jesus Christ, it's definitely understandable. I understand why Muparinga can't settle down. I understand why Muparinga is now preaching about the GD6 and the 50,000. I understand. I certainly couldn't have expected him to do better than that. However, these footages we have shared you after showing you the video of DJ Ollah, they create a very interesting comparison that would rather expose and indict the population of Zimbabwe of our simplicity, myopia, and naivety, and lack of introspection and critical thinking skills, and how easily manipulable we are by the politician, such that we are fodder. We are definitely fodder. We are political fodder in the hands of the so-called Zimbabwean political discourse. DJ Ollah, you will find him in another video congratulating Muparinga for receiving this gift. You will not be able to connect these two videos, and DJ Ollah will not be able to see that the crane he was begging for along Chiwenga Road, the money that was supposed to be used to buy those cranes, is the one that Chivayo used to give like confetti, cars and money to all our desperate people. To such an extent that if DJ Ollah was genuinely concerned, emotionally connected, heartbroken by the disaster in Chiwenga Road, he should not have congratulated Muparinga on the receiving of these gifts. Because it creates an irony. How do you lament for the lack of adequate and efficient emergency response systems in our towns, and celebrate the looting of public funds into sponsoring the political elite's extravagant lives? How do you do both at the same time? Either DJ Ollah must receive another car from Chivayo and join the bandwagon of political prostitutes and the political flip-floppers and the political minions. Or DJ Ollah must have a genuine concern about the people of Zimbabwe and lament that the government is abusing money, funds, public funds, meant for developing things like this, building good roads, proper infrastructure, emergency response equipment, etc., and stay on that lane, and then lose favor with the political elites. Because once you start speaking the truth, you get no donation.
Oh, yes.
They will try, they may try, because they want to compromise everyone. They want to compromise everyone to get them on their side. You can't criticize them if they've donated their car to you and given you some money. You can't see anything wrong in public action if you are a beneficiary of the corruption. DJ Ollah, makrane waikumbiraya. Maria ifanirwa kutenga makrane, ndo yakatenga GD6 ya Muparinga. Ndo pane 50,000 yakapuwa Muparinga. Zvekuti dai Muparinga asina kutora 50,000. Taitenga 2 makrane. 25,000. Toisa imwe muchitungiza, toisa imwe kukwadzana. Totengesa GD6, totenga futi dzimwe 2 because inoita 50,000. Toisa imwe kumabvuku. Toisa imwe zvichida kudombo shawo. Takamirira kuti panenge panzi paine zvaitika, ngapaite chinhu chiri padhuze chinobatsira vanhu vedu. A cursed nation is a nation which is crying because of abuse of power, abandonment of the duties of government by the political elite, personalization of public institutions, and the weaponization of institutions of the state against the people. We are supposed to be crying aloud And we are supposed to say no to corruption. Now, Ollah will never see that. You will see him saying to Muparinga, congratulations on your gifts. Now I've got a lot of things to want to say, but I have to go into my message. But the first issue is, I want to tell Muparinga, though he will never believe it, that the gifts he received did not come from God. They came from ZANU PF. Haasi Mwari traimo akakutengera GD6. The weekend uchivayo akatumwa na First Lady Auxilia Mnangagwa. It's a Mnangagwa project. Buy gifts to every person who has social influence, so that when we bring up rogue government policies, nobody will have power to say why, to say no, to say explain, to say we want this to be reviewed. It's not good enough. Munosanenga kungoti uchi. Haasi Mwari akapa Muparinga 50,000. iZanu. Now, I might agree with Muparinga that those gifts came from God, on condition that Muparinga admits that he worships ZANU PF. Because the word God, it simply means object of worship. All right. The second issue is that I want you to see why when we become economic destitute in our own country, we are sliding into a public national embarrassment of epic proportions. Our future children and grandchildren will curse our graves. When you are in serious and abject poverty, sometimes you lose your dignity without knowing it. You understand? It may look good and fashionable and right at that particular time, but in the future, it will be troublesome.